Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever time zone it is with you in the world. It is your Lord and Saviour on a very particularly chilly January morning. Like there's frost about. I heavily regret not taking a hat and gloves, perhaps a scarf, but we're just going to have to cope. Just like the Kinfolk are going to have to cope with the abuse that they get from the Garou constantly. It's probably as a force of a segue you're ever going to get with Lore by Night. Anywho, yes, once again I am talking about the Kinfolk of Werewolf the Apocalypse. The sun's right in my fucking eyes there. Yes, since I have deployed my latest Lore by Night episodes, I have seen a lot of increased Kinfolk activity, in that I've seen people talking about Kinfolk a lot more, incorporating Kinfolk into their games, which I honestly think is really fucking cool, you know, despite either episode barely getting 1,000 views between them. It's been interesting to see that, you know, they have obviously having an effect on people. So to any and everyone who has watched those episodes, thank you so much, it means a lot. Particularly the Kinfolk proper one, because that did cause a bit of excitement and buzz, as it were. This did also cause quite a lot of 5th edition players to come out the woodwork, as it were, asking how to incorporate Kinfolk into their games, because, if you're unaware, Kinfolk are not a thing in Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. I actually touch upon this briefly in my review of the 5th edition core book, the nearly 1 hour mega blockbuster that turned out to be. Now, some of them asked me directly, whereas a lot of it has been like general discussion about this, that and the other. So here's what I would suggest if you want to incorporate the Kinfolk in your game of Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. Now, there are two approaches to this. You have my lore dive, which basically has all the lore that you need. There's some bits that I've left out, which you can go and read the 2 Kinfolk books about it. Unsung Heroes and A Breed Apart for revised and 20th anniversary edition specifically. I'll leave those in the description below for you to go and purchase. You do so with those links. I get some of the money back because I'm an affiliate on Drive4RPG, so by helping you, you also help me, which is amazing stuff. Now, you could read those books, find out about how the different tribes treat them, the other bits of lore that I missed out, some Kinfolk specific groups that go about doing this, that and the other. Oh, I also left out stuff on the Black Spiral Dancers, because that is going to be an episode in and of itself with the Black Spiral Dancers. So you have that to deal with. And even if you just use my episode and don't buy anything else, you'll have more than enough to incorporate the Kinfolk into your World of Darkness games. But admittedly, there is a certain fajam missing with that. You know, renown, the mechanics, and just the general feel of those older things in the newer game. And you're probably working out what I'm about to say, but for fuck's sake, play the older games, bruv! Because if you want the older feeling of the Kinfolk and to make that work well in your games of Werewolf the Apocalypse, like deep fisting your way into it so it becomes an unrecognisable beast, is fucking silly. Like, it's all there. Drive4RPG, print on demand. Well, 2nd edition isn't, but get revised, get 20th anniversary edition. If you want that Kinfolk experience the way that it was intended to be, you fucking moron. Because it does not matter how many of those partridge-winged pheasants you give out to your players, which basically is a fetish that allows humans to be immune to the effect of the delirium, which makes you wonder why the Garou haven't, like, forced enough spirits to do that already. Yeah, it's just Kinfolk with extra steps, and it's all just, in my opinion, just a bit fucking silly. So if you want to experience the Kinfolk the way that they were intended to be, to have the proper Kinfolk feel in your games of Werewolf, play the older stuff. Otherwise, just mod 5th edition until it breaks. So yeah, that's my honest and totally based opinions on that. If you like that, like, share and subscribe with all that appreciate and would love what I do, and I'll see you on the next upload, whatever that may well be for you. Until next time, farewell.